Hello YouTube, KingPinofCinema here, returning for yet another movie review, my good buddy QB999. And the movie we just saw today was Spliced.
One of the few hits of the summer.
Actually, one of the few hits of the year. I would say this is probably, will most likely be in my top 5 when I do my TWOP 12 of the year.
TWOP 12?
My TWOP 12.
This goes along with movies like Paranormal Activity and District 9, where they had a very low budget, but they did a lot with it.
And it looks fucking fantastic.
This shows what you can do with creative makeup and
practical effects and CG, especially when you're using your CG to make it look as photorealistic as possible. And they succeed here on every level. It just looks amazing.
The visuals are stunningly realistic.
Yeah, so a basic synopsis of what this movie is about. This movie stars Adrien Brody, who won an Academy Award for Best Actor some years back. And I was kind of surprised that they got him, but then again, we were talking about how he doesn't get much work.
Yeah, we don't really see him a whole lot, so maybe he's just trying to scrounge by now.
And I was kind of saying, it's probably a good thing he doesn't do a lot of work. Better to win an Academy Award and not get a lot of work than win an Academy Award and do some really bad work. Jamie Foxx, anyone? Halle Berry, anyone?
Although she did learn.
Yeah, she's kind of stopped. Thank God.
Now you have him and his girlfriend, who are both geneticists, working in a laboratory, creating artificial life.
Playing God, essentially. We're going to take various genes and put it together, and let's make an abomination to our almighty Lord God. And they succeed with their early experiments, and they're working for like a pharmaceutical company, because who else?
Who else would fund this shit?
You might as well call it Umbrella. So they make these two little
worm things,
slug things, and it's supposed to make some kind of compound for cattle. I don't know.
Like a protein to make, I don't know, to battle genetic diseases for cattle and livestock.
Yeah, it's a MacGuffin. It could be anything. Who cares? So anyhow, they want to go a step further
and put human DNA into it.
Yeah, because the corporation just wants to make profits.
They need profits. They want to make profits now. We need to move on. Come back to that later.
Yeah, and they want to move forward. They want to start incorporating human DNA into the equation to try and make cures for diseases. Because scientists are so think in terms like that.
But the corporations say no, no, no.
So we got to keep this on the DL. So they essentially create a human hybrid. We don't know quite where the various genetic material came from.
It came from a lot.
I'm assuming, it came from a lot of different sources. And they essentially create a beautiful little baby girl.
I wouldn't really call her that at first, but a little mutant. A
little happy, beautiful little baby mutant girl. Where I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
Absolutely nothing.
No, a lot of things go wrong. But I don't want to give too much away here, because I don't really want to spoil a lot of this movie. I want you guys to go see it, because it is really fucking good.
It kind of is what you expect, where it starts off as an experiment, but starts becoming more. They start becoming more attached to it. And because of that, even more problems arise.
Yeah, and it's just this movie kind of feels like a bit like a roller coaster. You get you got your ups and you got a lot of downs, and this movie really goes down. It really takes you down in some parts. It has some very interesting segments.
We will say this movie has just about everything you could possibly want. It has monster sex. It has monster rape. Anything a child could want.
Puts a smile on my face. Yeah, so which is kind of bold, because you don't really get that in a lot of mainstream Hollywood movies. And, anything that a filmmaker can show me that I haven't really seen before, I applaud. And I applaud this film, because it is
They had the balls to do that, and they did not get an NC-17 rating.
Yes. If I had to levy any kind of complaint against this, it'd probably be that I don't know if I cared for the last 15-20 minutes or so. But
it worked for me. I mean,
if you kind of think about it, I don't know how else they could have ended it. I'm not gonna spoil the ending or anything. I'm just saying, I don't know. I would have liked to have seen it going in a different direction, but I get the impression that the filmmakers were kind of like, okay, we need to kind of find a point to wrap this film up, because it's how else do we end it if we go another direction?
They could have turned her into a nuclear bomb. They could have always gone the zombie route and made it so people she could infect people to become like her. There were other ways they could have done it, but they chose this way, and it was decent.
Well, I mean, I would give my opinion of where I would have liked to have seen it, but I don't want to ruin the film. So I'm just going to leave it at that. So
I would have preferred zombies.
Spliced, awesome movie.
It's a very good movie, especially in this very, very, very dry summer.
Yeah, dry summer being the key word here. I blame the whole writer's strike for this one. But yeah, I think that's all we got for that.
Alright, so anyway, we'll be coming back with other reviews as the summer rolls on, and other... I don't really want to call them movies, because they're not.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll be back in front of the camera to give you our opinions about all the random crap we can ever think of.
Yeah, definitely. So, as always, if you don't like it, okay.